The process of translating the Bible into local languages began because there was no point in God giving people a message if they couldn't understand it. By the 3rd century BC, Greek had become the common language of the countries in the eastern Mediterranean region, including among those Jews who'd been exiled from their own country. King Ptolemy II of Egypt wanted a Greek translation of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, for his library at Alexandria. A 1st century legend has it that he arranged for 70 or 72 Jewish scholars to do this for him. This tradition says that they finished it in 70 or perhaps 72 days. The title Septuagint was given to it much later, because the Latin word Septuaginta means of the 70. It was written on papyrus scrolls, fragments of which have been found, like the replicas on the panel. The rest of our Old Testament books were translated into Greek in stages, and the whole was finished by 132 AD. Parts, at least, of the Septuagint version were in use in the days of Jesus and his followers. In the centuries after Jesus Christ, Latin was the language used by the Church in its services. In the 4th century, Pope Damasus was keen to have one standard edition of the Latin Bible to replace the different ones in circulation. He gave his secretary Jerome the task of producing one. First, Jerome revised the text of the Gospels. He took the best existing Latin text he could find and corrected it where necessary with the help of Greek manuscripts. Next, he translated the Book of Psalms. This was followed by the rest of the New Testament. He retired to live in Bethlehem as a monk. Here he decided that the best way to translate the Old Testament was really to go back to the original Hebrew. He finished doing this in 405 AD. Actually, this Bible wasn't given the title Vulgate until much later, in 1546. It came from the Latin vulgaris, meaning popular. It became the one used throughout Western Europe for many centuries. Although the Vulgate was an important stepping stone in the history of Bible translation, Latin wasn't the language that most people spoke, so only a privileged few could read it.